أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر أحد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين. السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can everyone hear me loud and clearly?
Yes, wa alaikum assalam.
Okay, and now, first of all, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your homage and your azah for Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Indeed, Imam Hussain alayhi salam and this azah is the means and the most effective way to reach to Jannah. As the hadith of Imam Hussain, in the hadith of Imam alayhi salam, it says that hadith is إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة النجاح من ركبها نجا ومن ترك غرق فحلك. The hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sunni Shia books have mentioned this, that indeed Imam Hussain alayhi salam is the lantern of guidance and the ark of salvation, and whoever embarks on it will receive salvation, and whoever disembarks from the salvation, he will perish and die. And then the hadith continues, walakin Safinatul Hussain alayhi salam asra'uha wa awsa'uha. Then the hadith continues from the Imams alayhi salam. They have said, however, all of the Imams, 12 Imams, each and everyone has an ark of salvation. As each Imam came in their own era of time, and the followers of that Imam lived with the Imam. So each Imam has his own safina, his ark of salvation. However, Imam Hussain alayhi salam safina is the most spacious and the most effective and swift and the quickest to reach heaven itself. And for this reason, Imam Hussain alayhi salam has a special position amongst the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, because Imam Hussain alayhi salam has been given three things which no other Imam has been given. One is a shifa'u fi turbatihi, that the turbat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam has shafa in it, has cure for illnesses. Number two, ad-du'a tahta qubbatihi mustajab, the dua underneath the golden dome of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, that dua will not be rejected. Number two. Number three, al-dhurriyatu fi naslihi, that the offsprings of the remaining Imams from Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, all of the Imams are from the lineage of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, not from the lineage of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. So this is the status which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed Imam Hussain alayhi salam. There are other ahadith in Usul al-Kafi about the blood and the sanctity of the blood of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, but tabarrukan, I just want to mention this ahadith. Now, with regards to book two has 13 lessons, and these 13 lessons are more intense in comparison to book one. And I request everyone, please do your homeworks so that you don't fall behind. If you do fall behind, it may become a bit more challenging to recover, because this book is a bit more in depth and has more examples and more details in this book. For this reason, I request everyone to send their homeworks regularly. And the other thing is that these classes, I have, as you can see, that the numbers in these classes, I've minimized them to keep 2 classes. And also there will be another session, a tutorial session, where we will do the revision of each lesson and go through the main themes of the lesson as well. So for this reason, the classes are small. So each student, or this batch will have 2 lessons. The other batch will have 2 lessons. So you will be having approximately 2 hours per week. So, and that is all because of the feedback which I've received, and inshallah, hope to have your cooperation with this as well, inshallah. Okay, let's start. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now, lesson 1. So, lesson number 1, it's all about mudaf, mudaf ilayh, and adjectives in this lesson. That is the main thing which this lesson talks, and it has pretty much one verb which it conjugates several different examples. That is the whole lesson about. So what I will do, I'll go through the lesson, and also that if there's any important points, I will raise those points and ask individuals to come forward on the mic so that they can refresh their memories of what you have studied in book 1. So Arabic language is a very systematic language. So what you have learned in lesson 1, you continue on building upon that itself. It's not something you completely have starting a new language, you start new things, theories and concepts. No, they are the same ideas, but more in depth and more advanced. That's how Arabic language is. Ad-darsul awwalu, the first lesson. So ad-darsul awwal, the first lesson. Okay. So everyone has their mics with them. So I can kindly request, keep your mics on quiet unless you've got a question to ask. And then also repeat when I'm repeating the Arabic so that you get yourself fluent in reading the Arabic text. Okay, brilliant. Hada Beiti. So the first sentence is a Hada Beiti. But before I go for Hada Beiti, let me just read the actual topic of this lesson. This topic of this lesson is Beiti. Beiti means our house. Sister Sukaina Muraj, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Sister Sukaina.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you feeling now?
Alhamdulillah, I'm okay.
Okay, mashallah. Now, Beiti means my house, yes?
Yes, my house.
Now, with regards to the conjugations for the possessive pronouns, what is the actual pronoun which we will say for our house? How do you say our house in Arabic?
Our house would be Beit. This is Beiti, Beituna.
Brilliant, Beituna. And how do you say his house?
Beitika.
No, his house.
His Beitikum.
Beitukum is your house, all masculine. But I'm asking just for the singular, his house. His house.
Beitiki, Beitaka,
Beituhu.
Beituhum. Sorry.
Beituhu. Sorry, Beituhu.
Beituhu.
Yeah, his house. Is that correct? Beituhu.
Beituhu.
Yeah. Beituhu means his house. Okay.
Okay.
Can I have Sister Samina on the mic for a second? Sister Samina?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Samina, how do you say her house?
Baituha.
Perfect. And how do you say your house for a female?
Baituki.
Beituki. Fantastic. Jazakallah. Sister Shabab Zaidi. Sister Shabab Zaidi.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Inshallah, hope you're feeling better now.
Yeah, a little better.
Inshallah. Inshallah, wish you health and wealth, inshallah. Sister, how do you say this is her house?
This is her house.
Yes.
Haza Beitiha.
Hada?
Beitiha.
No. You say Hada. Why are you giving it kasra? Beitiha. Why are you saying Beitiha?
Beituha.
Exactly. Hada?
Beituha.
Hada Beituha. Brilliant. Jazakallah, sister. Can I have next on the mic Sister Sadia? Sister Sadia, Assalamu alaikum.
Ji, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. I want you to say, this is your house.
Masculine.
Masculine, yeah.
Your masculine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haza Baituka.
Hada Beituka. Brilliant. There's someone called Hasnan Jeff. Hasnan Jeff.
Yes, Alaikum Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. Who?
That's Batul, sorry.
Batul who?
Batul Jaffer.
Okay, Sister Batul Jafar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you, yes, Asnan, Jeff, I wasn't too sure who was it.
Yeah, I know it's my son. He changed it, sorry.
No problem at all. Okay, Sister Batul Jafar, how would you say her house is in front of the mosque?
Her house
Yeah.
is in front of
In
the
front of
mosque.
the mosque.
So her house, Baytuha,
Baytuha, fantastic.
in front of the Bayt,
Baytuha, Amama.
Baytuha Amamal Masjidi.
What do you say? Amam al Masjidi, well, kasra at the end. It's correct, but I want to know the reason why.
Because it's mutaf ilayh.
Fantastic. It's mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Jazakallah, sister. Next one. Can I have someone called Mrs. Raza on the mic? Sister Mrs. Raza.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sister. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, sister.
How are you, sir?
Alhamdulillah. Okay, can you read the first two sentences now, please, sister?
Haza baiti amam al masjidi.
Translate, please.
Baiti jamilun fihi hadiqatun saghiratun.
Jazakallah, sister. Can you translate now, please?
This is my house. My house is in front of the masjid. My house is beautiful. Fihi hadiqatun, in which there is a window, where there is a small window.
No. So fihi, the fi is in. He
In.
is a pronoun which is referring back to the house. Because house is masculine, as you can see, hada baiti, hada is coming instead of hadihi. So because house is masculine, fihi is coming. In it, meaning the house, hadiqatun is a garden.
Hadiqatun is a garden. Okay.
Hadiqatun is garden, and saghiratun is small.
Small.
So why is saghiratun? What is the position? What type of noun is saghiratun? It is a small.
Saghiratun is a female. I
Yep.
mean, female. And that is why hadiqatun is also female. That's why the adjective is saghiratun for the hadiqatun.
Exactly, fantastic. So saghiratun is feminine because hadiqatun is feminine. Hadiqatun is indefinite, is coming without alif lam. Saghiratun is also coming without alif lam. Hadiqatun is coming with a dhamma tanween. Saghiratun is coming with a dhamma tanween.
Yes.
Hadiqatun is singular. Saghiratun is also singular.
Yes. Okay.
That's brilliant. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jazakallah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so let me continue now. Thank you, sister.
Jazakallah.
Okay. Okay, who else is there? Then I'll read and I'll get someone else on the mic. Okay, I'm going to say هذه غرفتي. هذه غرفتي. This is my room. So غرفة, هذا is subject. غرفتي is the predicate. مبتدا and khabar. It's a verbal, nominal sentence, meaning a noun which is starting the sentence. Fiha. Fi means in. Ha means it. As you know, in the Arabic language, I'll recall your memories again and just give you a little shake your memories. That remember in book 1, it said that in the Arabic language, there are no word dedicated or for the word it. It uses the pronouns instead. So if it's a feminine noun and it wants to refer to it, it uses a feminine noun, pronoun, ha. And if the noun which you want to refer to is masculine and you want to say it will use the who pronoun. Like who, for example, fiha. Fiha, the ha is referring back to the room. And here, fihi, in it, meaning the house. So it's using the masculine because bait is masculine. Ha is being used because ghurfatun is feminine. So it uses a pronoun for referring to the object, because in the Arabic language, we don't have an exclusive word, which means it. It uses the pronouns for them. If the noun which you want to refer to is a masculine object, then it uses a masculine pronoun, which is hu. And if it's a female object, then it will use ha. Is that clear for everyone? Is that clear for everyone? You can use the chat box or the mic to say yes.
Assalamu
Yes.
alaikum, Aga.
Yes.
Alaikum assalam. Yes, sister.
Yes. The singular feminine masculine noun should be who, but it says fihi. So why it's not fihu?
That's good. So what happens is that because this is something you need to remember, who, when it is preceded by a kasra, it should be fi hu, okay? Fi hu. That is normally what we understood, like kitabuhu, qalamuhu. Now,
Yeah.
what happens is that when the pronoun who, which is his, is preceded either with a kasra, one letter before, or either two letters before, the who changes its i'rab to a kasra for the suitability and to be able to read it easily. Fihu is slightly difficult to pronounce and read. Due to that, it's given a kasra, no other reason.
Okay, got it.
Who was that speaking?
Bilqis
Bilqis. Bilqis.
Laljani.
Yes, and yes, perfect. Perfect. Jazakallah, sister. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So fihi that's the reason. Then it says fiha nafidatun. In the room is a nafidatun. What type of window? Nafidatun means window. Kabiratun means a large window. In it is a large window. Wamir wahatun. Wamir wahatun. Mirwahatun means a fan. Wamirwahatun jamilatun. And a beautiful fan. So jamilatun is coming a time marbuta at the end because mirwahatun, the fan, is feminine. That's why jamilatun is coming. Mirwahatun is coming with a dhamma tanween. Jamilatun is coming with dhamma tanween. Mirwahatun is singular. Jamilatun is singular. Okay, this is adjective again. Hada sariri. This is my bed. Wahada kursiyi. This is my hada sariri, this is my bed. Wahada kursiyi, this is my chair. Wahada maktabi, and this is my desk. Sa'ati wa qalami, my watch and my pen. Wa kitabi, and my book. Alal maktabi is on the desk. Wa haqibati, and my desk. Tahtal maktabi, and my bag or briefcase or rucksack is underneath the desk. Nafidatu ghurfati. So here, nafidatu ghurfati. So nafidatu ghurfa. It should be originally, take the translation at the moment of nafidatu ghurfati is window of my room. Window of my room. Nafidatu ghurfati maftuhatun. So window of my room is open. Maftuhatun means open. So maftuhatun is coming. So remember in book 1, we did al-babu maftuhun. Because bab is masculine, that was the reason why it was maftuhun. Now it's coming maftuhatun, due to the reason being that nafidatun is feminine. And the feminine noun for open is maftuhatun. Is that clear for everyone so far? Is that clear for everyone?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Brilliant.
So- I'm a little bit confused about nafizatun gurfati.
Who's this?
Najma.
Sister Najma, I'm going to come to that. Give me 1 or 3 or 4 minutes. I will come to that. I was going to, because even in other class, I explained this, but before I explain that, what I'm going to do is ask Sister Nazira, Sister Zainab Wazir Ali, just to go over this paragraph, and then I'll go back to that and I'll explain this further. Sister Zainab,
Assalamualaikum.
alaikum assalam rahmatullah, sister. Can you read the first paragraph and translate as well, please?
From the beginning, Haza Baiti.
Yes, please.
Okay. Say Haza Baiti. This is my house. Baiti Imam al Masjidi. My house is in front of the mosque.
Just 1 second, sister. So imama means leader. Here is amama, means fatah. Amama means in front, and imama means imam, meaning a leader.
Okay. Amama means in front.
Yes.
Baiti Amam al Masjidi. My house is in front of mosque. Baiti Jamilun. My house is beautiful. Fihi hadikatun sagiratun. In it is a small beautiful garden. Hazihi ghurfati. This is my room. Fiha nafizatun kabiratun wa mirwatun jamilatun. Okay. In it is a large window.
Fan.
And in it is a beautiful fan.
Perfect.
Yeah. Haza sariri wa haza kursi. This is my bed and this is my chair. Wa haza maktabi, and this is my desk. Saati wa kalami wa kitabi alal maktabi. My pen, my book, my watch is on the table. Wa hakibati tahtal maktabi, and my bag is under the table. Nafizatu ghurfati maftuhun. Maftuhatun.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. A window.
Yep.
And the window. No. In nafizatu.
Window of
My room is open.
Window of my room is open. MashaAllah. Asante.
Thank you.
How do you find that?
Alhamdulillah.
So remember 4 months ago, reading book 1, and Yusuf said, "You're Sheikh, you are picking on me." Now, mashallah, you are on book 2, and that was perfect. That was brilliant.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah. Thank you, sister. Okay, now let me explain now. Here, nafidatu. First of all, Sister Najma, can you come on the mic?
Here.
Okay, where is Fatima?
I don't know. Is she not in the class?
She's not in the class?
I don't know. She was supposed to be.
Okay, so I need you to push her a bit. I think she's a bit slacking now.
I will, inshallah.
No problem. So nafidatu means window. Now the question is, why am I reading nafidatu instead of reading nafidatun? That's the first question.
Yeah.
Can you-
Is it because of idafa?
Idafa, yes. Nafidatu is mudaf. Perfect.
Yeah.
What is it mudaf to?
To mudaf ilay?
Where is the mudaf ilay?
Ghurfati.
Perfect.
But you know that ghurfati hasn't got al. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, let me explain.
Yeah.
So now the ruling is, so let me explain. Nafidatu is mudaf. First of all, the mudaf does not, number 1, it does not come with alif lam. Number 2, the mudaf, if it has a dhamma tanween before, the dhamma tanween is dropped and only a dhamma is given.
Yeah.
That's number 2. Then ghurfati means my room, correct?
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yes, I got it now.
yeah, no, I'll explain it for everyone in the class now. I'll break it down. Now, remove the word my. It's ghurfati, okay? So remove the word ya. So be ghurfatun, yes? Ghurfatun, if it's removed ya, okay? So if you say window of room, window of a room, so be nafidatu ghurfatin, correct?
Yeah.
Because the mudaf ilay, if it does not come with alif lam, then it gets a kasra tanween. Correct?
Okay.
So if the mudaf ilay comes without alif lam, then it gets a dhamma kasra tanween. Nafidatu ghurfatin.
Mhm.
However, if the mudaf ilay comes with alif lam, then the mudaf ilay will just get a kasra. Nafidatu al-ghurfati. Correct? Is that clear for everyone so far? So I'll repeat that again. If the mudaf ilay comes without alif lam, it comes with a kasra tanween. Nafidatu ghurfatin. Nafidatu ghurfatin. However, I'll bring you back. Nafidatu ghurfatin. So it comes with kasra tanween. If it comes with alif lam, the mudaf ilay, then it will be a nafidatu al ghurfati. Is that clear for everyone now? So you can have the mudaf ilay either with alif lam or either without alif lam. If it's with alif lam, it gets a kasra. If it's without alif lam, it gets a kasra tanween. Okay? Now, in this one here, nafidatu ghurfati, it's nafida is mudaf, ghurfa is mudaf ilay. Okay? So it should be nafidatu ghurfatin. However, what's happening? The word ghurfa again is becoming mudaf to the ya for the possessive pronoun. Ya for the possessive pronoun. And due to this reason, the kasra tanween is not given to the word, and instead a ghurfati, a ya is given for the suitability of the ya, because before the ya you're meant to have a kasra when you have the possessive pronoun ghurfati qalami, and ghurfa itself is mudaf again, and ya is the mudaf ilay, but the i'rab is hidden. It's not visible on the word, but it is in place of mudaf ilay. The ya is in the place of mudaf ilay. So I'll explain once more to make that clear. Nafidatu is mudaf, ghurfa is mudaf ilay, and it should be ghurfatin. However, the word ghurfatin is also becoming mudaf again. And as you know, when a noun becomes mudaf again, or when a noun becomes mudaf, it does not get a kasra tanween. Kasra tanween, or a fatha tanween, or a dhamma tanween. So that's the reason why there is no tanween on ghurfa tin yi. And also, ya is, so ghurfa is becoming mudaf, and ya is the ya mudaf ilay mahallan, in the place of mudaf ilay. So that's mudaf, ghurfa is mudaf, and ya is in the place of mudaf ilay. So it's nafidatu ghurfati, window of my room. This is Ma'suma. Ya Ma'suma. Ma'suma Hassan.
I'm here, Sheikh. Sorry. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum. How do you find this explanation now? Was this more clear than before, or what?
I think it was slightly more clearer, but it may be because I've already heard it the first time round. I found it easier.
Okay, that's fine. So rest of the class, is that clear for you now? Rest of the class? Was that clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, let me still continue. Sister Sadia, can I pick on you, please?
Ji, Islam. Ji.
Alaikum salam. Sister Sadia, now here at the moment we see window of, window of my room, okay? How do you say window of your room? Window of your room, meaning a boy.
غرفة
Nafidatu, window of your room.
مفتوحة
Nafidatu, nafidatu,
نافذة غرفتك
ghurfati.
غرفتك
No, No, it's
If
for a
ka
boy.
is there for the strength,
Yeah, it's for you, for a boy, not for a
you're
girl.
breaking up. Please.
You got it right. Say it again. Nafidatu.
Shiha cannot hear you properly.
Right. Can you hear me now? Sadi, can you
Yes,
just
I can.
okay, now go ahead. Nafida, you got it right. Can you repeat it again, please?
Nafizatu,
Yep.
Ghurfati.
Yeah,
It
Ghurfati.
should be ka,
Correct.
ka,
Correct.
but because it is, yeah, so it will not change to ki because it will be otherwise female.
Exactly. Ahsanti, that's brilliant. That, did you read this somewhere or is you using your own initiative?
Not at all. Just reading with you there.
Okay, that's fantastic. You got it right. So you use your own insight and thought. That's fantastic. So nafidatu ghurfatika. Nafidatu ghurfatika. Because you're reading nafidatu ghurfatika with a kasra because it should have been nafidatu ghurfatin, but this mudaf ilay is becoming mudaf again, and due to that reason we do not give it a kasra tanween, we just only give it a kasra.
That's right. Yeah.
Brilliant. Jazakallah, sister. Okay, sister,
Thank you.
okay, sister S7, as I promised you from previous lesson, mashallah, you're a follower and you have to come forward now. A true follower.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. You're a true follower, so you have to come on the mic. May Allah reward you. Okay, how do you say, sister, window of her room? Window of her room.
Nafizatu
Nafidatu, correct?
Fatiha.
Nafidatu ghurfatiha. Brilliant. And how do you say window of his room?
Nafizatu ghurfatihi.
Ghurfatihi. Ahsanti. Brilliant. Is it because of the previous class you were able to answer this question, or?
Yes, I have written in my notes. Only one that changes will be the masculine who will become he, but others will remain same.
Brilliant. That's excellent. So remember this. Nafidatu ghurfatihi, window of his room. The pronoun he should be nafidatu ghurfatihu. Because of difficulty of pronunciation, the hu changes to a kasra. So nafidatu ghurfatihi. Jazakallah, sister.
Yes.
Okay. Can I have Zinat Jan Muhammad on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, sister Zina. How do you say window of our room? Window of our room.
Nafizatu Ghurfati ha.
No, our.
Na Ghurfati na.
Perfect. That was brilliant.
Nafizatu Ghurfati na.
Nafidatu ghurfatina. Ahsanti. Barakallah feek, sister. That was very good.
Thank you.
So how are you finding the first paragraph so far, everyone?
Alhamdulillah.
So, alhamdulillah. Yes. Anyone else? Come on the mic. Anyone who would like to come on the mic? Express
Can
your
I ask
thoughts.
one thing?
Yes.
So just you said our. So Ghurfatina.
Ghurfatina. Yeah. Please. And
Why it's not Ghurfatuna?
because as I explained earlier, it's nafidatu is mudaf, ghurfati is mudaf ilay.
Okay, and it's like
And
it's a female.
yeah,
That female essence brings it Tina, yeah?
No. Ghurfatun, no. It's T because it's mudaf ilay. Then on top of being mudaf ilay, it again becomes mudaf again. And as you know, the ruling of mudaf, it doesn't get any kasra, any tanweens. Due to that reason, it loses its kasra tanween and it just has a kasra instead. So it becomes nafidatu ghurfati
T.
na.
No, okay. Fine. Thank you.
So these things which I'm mentioning, I challenge, I shouldn't say this, but you will find that very few individuals, when you're teaching this, will go through this in depth, these lessons. They normally would say, Nafida ghurfati maftuhatun, window of my room is open, Bismillah, Ya Allah, continue. Hadi ghurfatu akhi, and continue. This is normally the normal norm of teachers when they actually teach Arabic language. And that's the reason why there are so many people drop out from the Arabic language classes, because the teachers go so quick and they do not take in consideration the students' capability and understanding of the Arabic language.
Sheikh, may I just ask you, what was the exception for? Is just for the ghurfa tihu?
Yeah, only for exemption of the pronoun his. So when you have the pronoun his, from who it becomes he. So nafidatu ghurfatihi, window of his room.
Is it ghurfatu? Is it ghurfatihu? Ghurfatihi.
So with nafidatu ghurfatihi.
Ghurfatihi. Thank you.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, then we have هذه غرفة أخي. This is room of my brother. So here, this is subject. غرفة is غرفة is مضاف. أخي is مضاف إليه. So this is room of my brother. وتلك, Sister Shahrabanu. Sister Shahrabanu. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Shahrabanu, how are you?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, Sheikh, Alhamdulillah.
Brilliant. Okay, now why am I using tilka instead of dhalika?
Because ghurfatun is feminine.
Brilliant, brilliant. Jazakallah, sister. What tilka ghurfatu ukhti, and that is room of my Sharbano. What does ukhti mean?
My sister.
My sister. Brilliant. Ghurfatu akhi kabiratun. Room of my brother is large, spacious. Wa ghurfatu ukhti saghiratun, and the room of my sister is small. Ghurfatu akhi amama ghurfati. Room of my brother is in front of my room. Wa ghurfatu ukhti amama al-matbahi. So room of my sister is in front of the kitchen. Okay. Now I'm going to pick on Sister S7. Sister S7, can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you translate وَهَذِهِ غُرْفَةُ أَخِي, this paragraph, please?
هذه غرفة أخي. This is the room of my brother.
Jazakallah.
وتلك غرفة أختي, and that is the room of my sister. غرفة أخي كبيرة. My brother's room is big. وغرفة أختي صغيرة, and my sister's room is small. غرفة أخي أمام غرفتي. The room of my brother is opposite or facing my room. وغرفة أختي أمام مطبخي, and my sister's room is facing the kitchen. لي أخ واحد اسمه أسامة. I have one brother. His name is Osama. ولي أخت واحدة اسمها سعاد. And I have one sister. Her name is Suad.
Jazakallah, sister. Thank you ever so much for that. Brilliant. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna pick on what should I pick on? Let's go back to the beginning. Sister Sukaina, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Sukaina, now here it says Li akhun wahidun. What does that translate in English?
The akhun is, so I have one brother.
I have one brother.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And ismuhu Usamatan. And his name is Osama.
fantastic. Just 1 second now. How this ismuhu means his brother. How do you say her brother? Sorry, ismuhu means his name. How do you say her name?
Ismuha.
Fantastic. How do you say my name?
Ismuki.
No.
My name.
Yes.
Ismi.
It's me. And how do you say your name for a boy?
Your name, boy, Lord. Ismuka.
Fantastic. And your name for a female?
Ismuki.
Jazakallah, sister. How do you find that?
Challenging. Coming back to.
Yeah, so for this reason, I'm expecting everyone to be on top of their lessons, and please, and that's the reason why I've actually asked everyone to. I requested that I will have 2 lessons per week. Maybe this week, no, but for the following week, I'll try to have 2 lessons. One will be a lesson, and the other will be a tutorial where I'll be going through, like similarly what I'm doing now, just to reinforce everything, so that everyone is able to, because book 1 was a bit more easier, but this book, it's a bit more intense and a lot of practice is required. Practice makes perfect. And I know that, mashallah, in the West, we don't really like mingling with other people and doing our group discussions. So that's the reason why I have to facilitate that myself, so that I can get yourself moving and practicing itself.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much. And it really appreciate. Thank you.
You're welcome, sister. Okay, now continue. Wali ukhtun wahidatun.
ولي أخت واحدة اسمه سعادة. اسمها سعادة.
Correct.
And I have one sister, and her name is Suada.
Jazakallah. Thank you. Can Sister Saadi on the mic, please?
Thank you.
Can you continue? Abi wa ummi.
Abi wa ummi في تلك الغرفة الكبيرة. في is in تلك الغرفة الكبيرة, that room which is big. They are in the room which is big. My mother and my father and my mother are in that room which is big. Is that right?
So li abi wa ummi, in that large room. So fil ghurfati al kabirati means in that large room.
In that large room.
Yeah.
في تلك الغرفة الكبيرة, in that large room. Yes.
Yeah. Continue, please.
أنا أحب أبي وأمي. أنا أحب.
Uhibbu has different meanings. Uhibbu has several meanings, but let's use the meaning love instead. Uhibbu means I love my father and
mother. وأحب أخي وأختي, and I love my sister and my brother and my sister.
Yep. Okay, now I'm going to pick on you, Sister Sadia. You know the word uhibbu, that's present tense, which is I love. How do you say we love?
أحبنا.
No, we love.
No, we love.
So change the alif to a noon. Change the alif to a noon. Uhibbu, change that alif into a noon instead.
نحب.
Nuhibbu.
نحب. Yes.
Nuhibbu, great. And how do you say he loves? Change the alif now. Ya.
To ta.
Ya. Yeah.
يحب.
Ahsanti. And if you want to say she loves, change that ya to a ta.
تحب.
Very good. And how do you say the last question, which is the most difficult one? You one female love, or you one female is loving.
تحبين.
Ahsanti, mashallah, excellent. Tuhibbina.
Thank you.
Tuhibbina. Say that once more.
تحبين.
Tuhibbina. Jazakallah. Thank you. I'm going to repeat all the present tense just as a means of so that everyone knows them. Of course, you can't learn it overnight because it's slightly tricky because this has a shadda, but just for your ears to be tweeted. Yuhibbu, yuhibbani, yuhibbuna. Tuhibbu, tuhibbani, yuhbibna. Tuhibbu, tuhibbani, tuhibbuna. Tuhibbina, tuhibbani, tuhbibna. Uhibbu, nuhibbu. So just for your ears, I don't expect you to learn it overnight. Okay, now what I want you to do, if you open your mobile phones, Sister Masuma.
Yes, Sheikh.
Have you seen this handout which I sent?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Does that make more sense for you now?
Yeah, it does make actually. It makes a lot of sense now.
Okay, that's brilliant. So I've got, so I was going to give you this handout, but because this class was 2 hours later, so I was able to give the handout.
You're so fast though. This was supposed to be like tomorrow. You were saying you were going to send it and then you've sent it straight away.
The reason why, because it's my field and I've got all the books. I've like spent 15 years.
Mashallah.
I've got all the books. If anyone needs anything, like sometimes I get some of the like speakers, some English speakers bring me up saying, I need this. Can you translate? So I've got the material to give to teach Arabic at any level. So that's the reason why I was able to give it straight away.
That's amazing, Sheikh. Mashallah.
So let me explain now. So first of all, now let me go uhibbu. So this word uhibbu is present tense. Okay. Now the past tense for this verb, it's ahabba. It's ahabba. So I'll write in the actual group itself. Oops. Ahabba. Can everyone see it now on their phones? And the present tense. And the present tense for it is yuhibbu. Ahabba, yuhibbu. Ahabba, yuhibbu. Sister Zainab, can you come on the mic, please? Can you see ahabba?
Ahabba, yes.
Yes. Okay, and can you see yuhibbu?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, how many letters are there?
4.
How do you make so ahabba? How many letters does it have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How do you say 4?
Alif, ha, ba, alif.
Okay, alif, ha, ba. Does not make 3 letters.
No.
But how do you make 4? How do you make 4? You're right, 4 is correct. But tell me, but how do you make 4?
How do you make 4? Yeah. How
How-
am I saying 4? Matlab?
How is it 4 letters there?
It's alif. Huh.
It's alif, ha,
Ha,
ba. There are 2 bars. Because
Yeah.
there's
Because of the shadda.
yeah.
Shadda. Yeah.
Because of shadda, it has 2 bars there. But originally, you could say, I'll write down originally. I'll write this down. Okay, originally. It should be ba. Originally, it should be baba. Baba. See, can everyone see it in the on the phones? Baba. Yes? Can everyone see it? I wrote baba. So
Yes.
it's originally, that's what it does. When you have a shadda, it actually decreases the other bar and it makes it together. Okay. Now as I said, like dharaba. How many letters are in dharaba? Like kataba. How many letters? How many letters
3.
are in this verb? 3. Yes.
3.
Now in this verb, there are how many letters?
4.
4 letters. Brilliant. Now open that PDF file. Now, Sister Zainab, can you come on the mic? So amkana is the past tense. Amkan, mumkin. You know the word mumkin we use in Gujarati, Urdu, Arabic. Mumkin. Mumkin means what?
Ho sakta hai.
Ho sakta hai, possible. So
Possible.
yeah, so amkana is the actual verb where mumkin comes from.
Okay.
Amkana means it is possible. So can you see here? Now, what they have done, they put masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. Can you conjugate from looking at the sheet? Amkana.
Amkana.
Yep.
Amkanat.
No. So go across. Amkana, amkana. So singular, dual, plural.
Okay. Amkana.
Mhm.
Amkana. Amkanu.
Brilliant.
Then yam.
Amkanat.
Amkanat.
Yep.
Amkanat. Amkanata.
Brilliant.
Amkanna.
Amkanna. Because there's 2 noons, they put a shadda there.
Shadda, yes. So masculine 2. Amkanta.
Yep.
Amkantuma. Amkantum. Amkanti. Amkantuma. Amkantunna. Amkantu. Amkanna.
Asante. So now what's happened? Next verb, because ahabba is a verb which has a shadda, it should come on the same scale as amkana.
Okay.
Should come on the same scale as amkana. Now, can you conjugate for me ahabba now, sister?
So ahabba.
Yep.
Ahabba. Ahabu.
No. Ahabba, ahabba, ahabbu.
Ahabu. See,
Do it again.
ahabbat. Ahabba.
Mhm.
Ahabba.
Mhm.
Ahabu.
Brilliant.
Ahabbat.
Mhm.
Ahabbata.
Ahabbata.
Ahabbata. Ahabna.
Ahbabna.
Ahabn.
No, ahbabna.
Ahbabna.
Yes. So ahbabna
Yes.
is the same as amkanna.
Amkanna. Okay.
And then ahbabta as amkanta. Can you see it?
Yes.
Continue
Yes.
it.
फिर ababtuma. Ababtum.
Correct.
Ababti. Ababtumma.
Tunna.
Tumna. Tumma. फिर ababtunna. Ababtu. Ababna.
Yeah, so, that's great. But do not take, you're taking a break between the
Yes.
it sounds like a separate word. Try to say it a bit faster. Ahabba, ahbabta, ahbabtuma. Take it?
Okay, I'll do it. inshallah.
That was excellent. Is that clear for you now? How do you say now? I'm going to ask questions now. Sister Mrs. Raza,
Ji Sheikh,
how do you say I loved?
I love.
Yeah.
Ahabba.
No, I loved,
Ahabbi.
past tense. Past tense.
Okay.
You can look at the chart. I don't mind.
Hello.
Yes, look at the charts, the sheets.
Yes.
So where does it? How do you say I loved?
I loved. Mm,
Right at the bottom, where it says number
it's in
one.
bottom.
Number one.
Okay. Ahabba.
No.
No,
Ahab-
no. Ahbabtu. Ahbabtu.
Ahbabtu. What is it?
Ahbabtu. I loved.
I loved. And we loved?
Ahbabna.
Excellent. Excellent. Sister Najma, can you come on the mic? Sister Najma? Sister Najma, I can't hear you. Okay, maybe a mic problem. Okay, next one, can I have on the mic Sister Samina? Sister Samina? Sister Samina?
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam. How do you say they all loved? Masculine.
Ahabbu.
Ahabbu. And she loved?
Ahabbat. Yes.
Ahabbat. And how do you say they all female loved?
Ahbabtunna.
They all female loved. Ahbab.
Ahbabna.
Ahbabna. Excellent. Very good. Can I have Sister Shabab Zedi on the mic?
Yes, sir.
Can you conjugate all the 14 now, please?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ahabbu.
No, past tense. Ahabba.
Ahabba. Ahabba. Ahabba. Ahabbu. Female. Ahabbat. Ahabbatna.
Ahabbata.
Ahabbata.
Ahbabna.
Ahbabna. Ahabbabta. Ahbabtuma. Ahbabtum. Ahbabti. Ahbabtuma. Ahbabtunna. Ahbabtu. Ahbabna.
Brilliant. Can I have Sister Galaxy S7 to come on the mic, please? Sister S7. Sister, I think is I can't remember your name. I've forgotten your name. Is it Mukarrama? Sister.
Yes, it is. I was on the
So I mean, I'm
conjugation.
getting there. I'm getting there slowly. You remember memorizing abbreviations now, the names now, phones. Galaxy S7 is Sister Mukarrama. Walji, yes. Okay, sister, how do you say I loved?
I loved. Ahbabna.
That's we loved. I loved.
Ahbabtu.
Brilliant. She loved.
I need to go back to the.
That's fine. You go back. Look at the sheets. That's fine.
She loved. Ahabbat.
Ahabbat. Jazakallah. Thank you ever so much. Okay, now I'm going to ask next on the mic, Zeenath Jan Muhammad.
Okay.
Sister Zeenath, can you read 1, 2, and 3, please?
1, 2, and 3, the past tense?
No, page number 6.
Page number 6. Okay. Okay. Man fi hazal bayt. Fihi hamidun. Shall I translate it?
Yep.
Okay. Who is in this house? Who is in this house? Fihi hamidun. In it is Hamid.
Yep.
Number two.
Hamid.
Okay. Number two. Madha fil haqibati. Fiha kitabi wa qalami wa daftari. Madha fil haq. What is in the bag? In it is my book and my pen and my notebook.
Brilliant. Next one.
Man fis sayyarati. Fiha abi wa ummi wa akhi wa ukhti. Who is in the car? In it is my father and my mother and my brother and my sister.
Jazakallah. Thank you. Next on the mic, I'm gonna bring Sister Batul Jafar. Sister Batul Jafar, can you come on the mic, please?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Can you do 4, 5, and 1, 2?
4, 5.
And 1, 2.
From,
That's
read and write, yeah? From read and write 4 and 5.
So start from 4 and 5 from read and write, and then from
Yeah.
the read 1 and 2.
Man fi masjidil jamiati al-an.
Who is in the central mosque?
Who is in the central mosque? Ma fihi ahadun.
So who is in the central mosque?
Central
now?
mosque now. Ma fihi ahadun.
Ma here means no, meaning negation. Fihi,
Oh, so la and ma is the same.
Yeah, la and ma is the same here. So ma fi ahadun means there is no one in it.
No one in it, yeah. Man fi hadhihi al-ghurfata. Who is in this room? Fiha al-mudiri.
Fiha al-mudiro.
Fiha al-mudiro. Manager. The manager is in the house.
The manager is in the room.
In the room.
Yep. 1 and 2.
Ohibbu abi wa ummi. Sorry, I've got a problem with this number 5. Why have it fiha?
Fiha is because of ghurfa. Ghurfa is feminine and it is referring to the room.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ohibbu abi wa ummi. I love my father and mother. Ohibbu akhi wa ukhti. I love my brother and sister.
Brilliant. Sister Masuma, can you come on the mic now?
Can I ask something, please, Sheikh?
Go ahead.
And number 4,
Yes.
Man fi masjidil jamiati.
Yep.
Jamiatil an. So Jamiati is university, right?
No, Jamia means central.
Central.
Meaning the main gathering place. So who is in the central mosque?
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And an is right now.
Yeah, now. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Thank you.
Sister Masuma, can you do 3 and 4?
Yeah, sure. Uhibbu zamili. I love my colleague.
Yep.
And uhibbu astazi. So that could be ustazi.
Yep.
So that could be teacher or mentor.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah. You want me to carry on?
Let me give Sister Sadia a chance now.
Okay, sure.
Sister Sadia, 5 and 6.
Yep. Uhibbullahi. I love Allah.
Uhibbullaha.
Uhibbullaha. I love Allah. And uhibbun nabiyyu.
Uhibbun nabiyya.
Nabiyya. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I love Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Uhibbul lughata tal arabiyyat. I love Arabic language.
I love the Arabic language. Fantastic. So we have finished now lesson 1 from this book too. So so everything else you can read that. So I expect everyone to write the Arabic text. Please write the Arabic text. So when you write the Arabic text, let me explain to you something. When you write Arabic, you don't write like a child. What a child does, he looks at the word and writes at the same time. So he does not use his mind to recap and recall the words. So if you want to memorize words in Arabic, so what you need to look at the word hada baiti, look at the text, then without looking at the words again, you try to recall it back from your memory, and that's how you memorize words in your memory itself. So hada baiti, look at it a few times, and then try to recall it back from your memory, so that you can store these words in your memory rather than being a copycat, just copying it, and that is it, nothing going into the memory itself. So to memorize things, you look at the text and then you recall it from your memory and write it down on a piece of paper itself. And that's where you memorize things. I don't know whether you know about this, but this is the way you memorize text and Arabic language and vocab. Okay. So everyone, please do that. Write the Arabic text, translate the Arabic text, and do the exercise. And please send me the voice recording and the Arabic text and the translation as well.
Which exercise 1 and 2 only?
All of it, yeah. So that is it. Exercise 1 and 2, that is it. Nothing else is in there. Okay.
Okay. And I just wanted to ask you about number 6. Uhibbun Nabiyya.
Yeah.
So we can say, I love my messenger.
I love the prophet.
I love my prophet.
No, an-nabiyya means the prophet.
Yeah, the prophet. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Loud salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Okay, how do you find today's